Hello yogis, welcome to Yoga One online classes. My name is Laylee. I'll be taking you through a twisting flow to prepare our body to fly on our hands towards side curl arm balance. Let's get started. Starting with a child pose. Place your hands on top of the mat and start walking your knees towards the back. So if the hip tightness is an issue for today, you can bring the knees to touch and slide the hips back down into your heels. If the accessibility of the hip is quite nice in high range, then bring the toes to touch and knees wide apart. And slowly lower down the hips towards the heels and walking your hands nice and gentle towards the top of the mat. Place your forehead down and try to connect with your breath. Inhale is the opportunity to lengthen through the spine, get taller. Feel the expansion at the back of your shoulders, middle back, lower back, and the exhale sinking the hips through the heels a little bit closer. If you are familiar with your Ujjayi breath, turn it on. If the Ujjayi breath is not something you want to practice for today, just stick to nostril breathing. Try your best to keep the equal length between your inhale and exit it out through your exhale. Let's go for the 2 full cycle of the breath. Inhale. Lengthen, open, expands, bring it all the way towards the top of the head. Maybe hold on top. Exhale, gently release it out, melt your heart into the ground. One more deep breath together. Let's elongating, accelerating. Let's go. Inhale. Hold on top. This time open your mouth and let it all out. With your next inhale, slowly slide your hands towards your chest and come nicely into the seated position. So from here, we're going to move towards a tabletop position. Bring your knees underneath the hip flexor. You can keep the toes tucked under or untucked, your choice. Place your hands into the side of the mat. Separate your fingers wide apart. Finding the rooting sensation through your 10 knuckles. Feel like you're grabbing 2 balls with the palms of your hand, a full grip. We call this Hasta Bandha. It's your strongest bandha, your glue towards your mat. Helps you strong and pushing the gravity away in all the plank, downward facing dog, and arm balances inversions that you always practice on. Feel like you're splitting the mat with your thumb. Roll the shoulder over the wrist. Feel a slight puff at the back of the shoulder. We're gonna roll 3 rounds of cat and cow together. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, tailbone high, articulate the spine, lift the heart. Exhale, push into the ground. Allow the pelvic to lead the roll. Fold in, gaze between the knees. Inhale, let's start from the tailbone. Roll it up, arch the back, melt the heart, chest up, scapulas dancing back. Exhale, push through the ground, round the spine, empty the lung all the way. One more, on your breath, on your pace. Inhale. And exhale. Do not lose the grip on your Hasta Bandha. Grip it in. Warming up your wrist at the same time as well. Coming to the neutral spine. From here, we're going to sit back onto the heels and moving towards a gentle twist. And shift your hips towards the top of the mat. You're going to cross the right knee over the left. Sit down onto the hip bones. Try to get the length through the spine. With your inhale, you're going to reach the right arms all the way up and over towards the right hip. Elongate through the spine. With your left elbow, start hugging the right knee into your chest. Scoop the belly in. Find a gentle round through the spine. Then pushing the ground away and start spiraling your heart towards the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, hug the knees a little bit closer and maybe twist a little more towards the front ribs. Inhale, come back onto yourself And we're going to change the legs. Right knee goes underneath, left knee crossing over. Inhale, reaching the left arm up. Find a nice stretch towards the left torso. Placing your left fingertips at the back. With your right hand, reach. Inhale, rounding the spine, holding the knee into your chest. Hugging it through, lift your heart and twist over towards the left shoulder. Let's take 2 deep breaths in here. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. So when it comes to twisting, the more we lengthen and expand the vertebra, the more twist we can get from the front ribs. Exhale, coming back through the center, placing your hands down and start walking your knees towards the back of the mat. Hasta Bandha once again. Find a grip with your hand. Walk the knees further back, tuck the toes under and coming towards your first downward facing dog. If this is your first downward dog of the day, go for any habits that you got. You can take your dog for a little walk. You can swing the hips towards right and left. Just lubricate those joints. Allowing the neck to relax, maybe some yes, yes, no, no. Finding space between the shoulders and the ears. And walking towards your steady downward facing dog. Bring your feet into the hip width apart. Grounding your hand, finding your bandha once again. Holding the elbows towards one another and start growing your neck long between the upper arms. To count the hugging in sensation into the triceps, start expanding your shoulder blades away from one another. Just push the heels of your hand into the ground and lengthen your tailbone a little higher. If your hamstring feeling tight, start softening through the knees. And just keep bringing the navel towards the spine, front ribs together and push back, finding a length, nice stretch into the back of the spine. With the next inhale, start walking your feet a little closer towards your hands. We call this downward facing puppy, so a little shorter version of downward facing dog. Place your feet down and grab outside of the left ankle with the right hand. Softening your elbow if, again, back of the thigh super tight, softening the knees, that's fine. Push the heels of your left hand down, grabbing the shin bones towards the chest and look underneath the left armpit. Say hello. Inhale, fold back, and we're gonna change the hands. Left hand grabbing the right ankle. Inhale, length. Exhale, chest to the thigh and twist. Maybe if there is more space at the back of the legs, calves and the shins. Pressing the knees back, lengthening the tailbone and twist a little more. Inhale, place the hands down. Come onto the tippy toes of the feet. Push into the ground, rounding the spine. Maybe look in towards the navel and start walking, tippy-toeing towards the top of the mat, one at a time. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, find a flat spine. So good to reset here. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive, back down. Press the chest against the thigh. Allow the neck to be super relaxed and easy. Again, move the hip from side to side once again. Then press your right hand towards the left pinky toes, coming to the fingertips if feeling the tight into the spine and the back. Start bending your right knee, push the left knee straight back towards the mat and reaching the left arms up, hug the ribs towards one another and try to lengthen through the spine to reach the left fingertips up through the ceiling. Gazing up is always more challenging and needs a good neck stretch. Gazing down is a little bit easier. Change to the other side. Walk your left hand towards underneath the right shoulder. Bend your left knee straight, your right. Inhale, reaching the right arms up. Push the hip bones back. Exhale, get taller to the spine and twist more. Slowly on, twist back through the center. Just grab the opposite elbow and just let it go. Feel the chest relaxing, releasing towards the thighs. Back of the spine lengthening, the crown of the head touching towards the gravity, towards the earth. Place the hand on the either side of the feet. Separate the toes, hug the thighs. Round the spine and vertebra by the vertebra, come slowly all the way up into your standing pose. Tadasana. Walk in towards the top of the mat. From here, we can, when we come to the twist, we want to keep the toes together, like we want to center the energy towards inwards. So bring the toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Lift through the arches of the legs and start tucking the tailbone under. Draw the front ribs towards one another and roll the shoulders back. With your inhale, you're going to reach the arms up. Grab your right wrist with the left hand. Lean back through the shoulders, puff the shoulders, chest up, push the pubic bone forwards, start breaking the hip towards the right side and lean towards the left side. Find a nice side body stretch towards the right torso. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push a little bit back. Feel a strong grounding through your feet. One more deep breath. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, fold more. Coming back to the center, and we're going to change the grip. Right hand grabbing your left wrist. Press to the four corners of the both feet. Inhale, reach through the left side. Exhale, start breaking the hips, leaning back through the shoulders and side body stretch. Deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Maybe gaze up through the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart and coming into your Samasthiti. Starting our flow. Ready? Let's just have fun with it. Bring the toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Shift your weight towards the four corners of the foot. Lower your hands into the side body. Lift your 10 toes up, separate the toes wide away from one another and start lowering the arches of the foot in. Then try to lower your pinkies down. Try your best to keep those three in the middle up, then lower your big toes down. Feel the four corners of the foot is pushing into the ground, then lift the arches of the leg up. Tucking the tailbone under, drawing the front ribs towards one another, lifting the heart up, chest open. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Puff the top of the shoulder, ears close to the shoulders, and start lowering down into your Utkatasana. Bending your knees, pushing the hips back. You should be able to see your big toes. If not, shift the shin back a little bit more. Now squeezing your bums, try to lengthen your lower back as you're reaching the heart forward. Find a stability between the thighs and maybe sinking a little bit deeper into your chair. Scoop the belly in and start twisting the left elbow over the right knee and maybe coming lower and hook the left elbow over to the right knee. Pressing the palms down, bring it to the center of your heart. Trust me, if you try to sit lower into your chair, it makes it a lot easier. And lift your heart up. So hard to breathe in the twist, I know, but try your best. Inhale. Get the length on the spine. Grow even your neck a little bit taller. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, bring your gaze back through the center. Lift the heart, hands to the chest. And we're gonna rise back up into Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pick up the right knee into your chest. Find a solid foundation towards your left foot. Keep pressing into the left leg. Hug the right knee towards your chest. Pull the knee closer and closer. Tuck the tailbone under. Option 1, you can stay here and twist over towards the right shoulder. Option 2, you can go for the full expression of the pose. Grab outside of the right pinky with the left hand. Draw the knee closer towards the shoulder. Start softening through the left elbow. Draw the collarbone in and shift the right heel towards the front and twist over towards the left shoulder. Utthita Hasta Pravarita Utthita Hasta Parangustasana. Such a long name. Inhale, just keeping you busy on the pose. Exhale. Next, inhale, untwist yourself back through the center. Leave the arms to the side. Bring the knees back into your chest. From here, we're gonna go to eagle pose, Garudasana. Wrap the right knee over to the left. Draw the knees towards the midline. Front ribs dig down. Inhale, swing the arms open. If you're happy, comfortable, stable here, stay. If you want more, you can hook the right toe around the left ankle. Bring the right elbow underneath the left. Hold the forearms towards one another. Woo. Try to find a stability from the left corner of the foot. Push the elbows away from the chest. Scoop the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, sit lower and lower and lower. Bend the left knee so deep. Get the smallest eagle in this room. It's gonna be probably on yourself. Inhale here. Find a spot that doesn't move right in front of you in the ground. Unwrap the leg. Keep the arms as it is. Hug the thighs from one another. Lean down to shift the right toe back towards the back of the mat. We're gonna travel the right toe for 3, for 2, and 1. And lower it all the way down. Lower your right knee down. Hug the thighs to one another. Zip pubic bone towards the sternum. Inhale, rise it up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, press into the left heel, pull it in towards the back and sitting lower. Lift the heart up, tucking the tailbone, energy from the back ribs through the fingertips. And exhale. Keep the right arms as it is. Start finding a side bend towards the left side. Finding a nice long average by arching the spine and hook the right elbow over to the left knee. Bring then the hands to the heart. Again, gazing down, much easier. You want more, gaze up. Retract the shoulders, lift the heart. Stay here, or you can add a little bit of a more challenge if you wish to. Pick up your right knee off the mat. Push into the ball of the foot to revolve your heart open over the left twist. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist, maybe more. With your next inhale, untwist, come back to the center. Take a momentum to stabilize the core in here. Hold, and slowly lower your fingertips down. We're gonna move towards our pyramid pose. If you think you might need your block due to stiffness of your hamstring, or for any reason, it just feels more restorative when we go through this dynamic movement of stretching your hamstring. Start hugging the right hip towards the left. Shift the left hip bones up, straight your left knee. Pick up the left toe, dorsiflex, the left foot towards your forehead, placing your blocks underneath the shoulders. Hug the thighs together. Inhale, find a length through the lower back. Exhale, fold in into that left knee. Hello, hamstring. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, one more, fold. One more of this. Inhale and exhale. Stay super strong onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, finding a flat back. Exhale, release the block to the side. You might need it for the other side. Place your hands down, push into the ground. Reach the left leg all the way up and back. Bend your knee, open the hip. If you want to shorten your distance here to feel a better twist, go for it. Just hop your right foot forward. Ground your right heel down. Bend your knee, front ribs nipped. Try to keep the shoulders in one line. Don't lose the integration of your elbows, of your hands. So opening the hips into the three-legged dog is a complete reset after the twist. Enjoy it. With your next inhale, come back to the center, reaching the left leg all the way up and back. Point the toes. Keep the hips square. Bring the left knee towards your chest. Hug it in, heels to the butt, a little closer, and then twist the left knee over to the right elbow. Shoulder beyond the wrist, push through the ground. Place outside of the left foot towards the right side on the ground. So your upper body is gonna be into the plank shape. Your lower body is kind of in a weird shape, just a twist. From here, we're gonna go for 2 mini chaturanga. You don't have to go all the way low. You can stay high up. Shoulder over the wrist, push into the ground. Hug the bicep, 1, push. One more of these. Bend and push, and that is it. Roll inside of the right foot, shift all your weight into the left hand, and press into the hand to reach the right arms up. You can point the fingertips through the ceiling, lift your hip, and reach the fingertips over the ear. One breath, inhale, and exhale. Placing your left hand down the same way we came into the fallen triangle, we're gonna move back. Hug the knee back into your chest, pushing down into the ball of the right foot, reaching the left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale your first vinyasa. Lower the left foot down, knees down. Let's take it easy for the first one. Hug the elbows through one another. Place the chest down, chin down. Slide the back knees back. Press into the top of the feet. Hands align with your top ribs. Roll the shoulders back. Place the forehead down. Inhale. Lifting up the heart. Engage your hamstring. Press into the top of the feet. Exhale. Transition. Brief child pose. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the feet to touch. Inhale, reach the right leg all the way up and back. Exhale, bring the right knee into your nose. Shoulder over the wrist, hug the knee tight. Step it through between your hands. Start walking your left hand towards the top of the mat. Shift all your weight into the right foot. As you're leaning forward, start lightening through the left leg and rise it up. You can flex the left foot, lengthen through the spine, and start to open twist into the revolve half moon towards the right. One breath, inhale. Long, exhale, twist. Placing your right fingertips down. Inhale, flat back, supported warrior three. Exhale, step the left foot next to the right. Inhale, spine nice and long, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, melt the heart, Uttanasana. Hands to the side, rooting to rise. Reach, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart, Samastihiti. Start the second side. Toes to touch once again, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sweep the floor with the fingertips. Bend the knee, lower the hips down, reaching the arms up. Start curling your tailbone down, front ribs lifting, and bring the hands to the heart. Bring a slight puff at the back of the shoulders, shift the weight into the heels once again, and start sitting lower in your chair. Hug the thighs through one another, and sweep the right elbow over the left knee. Place the right elbow down, hands squeeze, heart up. Make sure that that right knee is not coming out. Keep bringing it back, you know it wants to. Place the hands down, reaching the heart open, shoulders retract. Exhale, untwist, coming back through the center. Reaching all the way up, find Urdhva Hastasana once again. Get a nice stretch through the spine. Exhale, bring the left knee into your chest. Squeeze the left knee to the heart, tucking the tailbone down. Solid concrete foundation into the right leg. Grab outside of the right knee, left knee with the right hand, and finding the balance, find your drishti, find your breath, and then reaching the left arm towards the left side. Option one. Option two, you know where to go. Softening the knees. Knees to the chest. Grab the outside of the foot. Kick the heel towards the front. Lengthen, inhale. Stabilize the core and twist. One more deep breath. Exhale, untwist. Come back through the center. Let the arms to fold onto the side. Bring the knee back into your chest. Lean back a little bit. Wrap the left knee over to the right. Stay in one knot or two. Yogi's choice. Knees into the center. Open the arms. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow underneath the right. Hook the palms together. Forearms gluing. Inhale, reaching the elbow away from the chest. Exhale, scoop the belly. Bend your right knee and sit low into your eagle. Get folding into your own nest. Inhale, pushing the elbows back. Exhale, unwrap the leg. Knees parallel towards one another. Lean down a little bit. Keep the spine parallel into the ground and travel the left toe towards the back of the mat. Inhale, separate the elbows from the chest. Exhale, lower the left toe down. Lower the left knee down. Woo. Finding your Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Front ribs to touch. Tailbone tuck. Shoulders relax. Lift the energy through the fingertips. Inhale if you need it. Exhale, lower the right hand towards the right hip. Start bending your left elbow and hook the left elbow over to the right knee. Place the palms to touch. Bring the hands to the center. Lengthening the spine, lift the heart. Option one, staying here. Option two, energize the leg. Pick up the back knee, hips square, chest away from the thigh and twist more. 2 deep breaths. Try your best. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist the top of ribs a little bit more. Coming back to the center. Try to feel like you really want to stand into that right foot. It makes you less wobbly. And bring the hands to the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, place your hands onto the block once again. We're gonna move to that pyramid pose. Place your block underneath the shoulders, shorten your distance a little bit. Stay into the ball of the back foot, start straightening your right knee. Flex the right toe into the chest, start squaring off the hip and get the length from your lower back. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, heart to the thigh. 2 more of this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 1 more. As sweet as this stretches, we need to move on. Place your foot down, remove the block to the side, place your hands down, reach the right leg all the way up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip. Ground through the left heel, shoulders are square, pushing the ground away, front ribs nipped. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching the right toes all the way up and back. Hug the thighs towards the midline. Roll the shoulder over the wrist and draw the right knee into the chest. Hug the heel closer to your butt. Stay strong onto the ball of the back foot and start treading the right foot outside of the left arm. Lower the back side of the foot down and stay into the ball of the back foot. So we're gonna come into the kind of like a twisted fallen angle. Upper body plank, lower body wrapped, shoulder over the wrist, hug the bicep. 2 mini chaturangas. Push in, push it back. Inhale, mini chaturanga. Exhale, push it up back. Now roll inside of the left foot, pressing to the right hand. Lift the hip, rise the arms up. Inhale, staying here, or bring the hands over to the ears. 1 deep breath. Place the left arm down. Same way we came in, we're gonna go back. Hug the knee through the chest, maybe shorten your distance a little bit. Hug the right knee towards the chest. Inhale, reaching the right leg all the way up and back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, press the right foot down. Shoulder over the wrist. Ready for your Chaturanga Dandasana. Go for it. Set the scalp back. Hug the elbows. Lower down. Inhale, press into the top of the feet. Wrap the biceps, stretch the front abdomen. Exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more inhale and exhale. Bring the feet to touch. Inhale, reach the left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Shoulder beyond the wrist. Step the left foot between the thumbs. Walk your right hand towards the top of the mat. Shift the weight into the left foot, lighten into the right, and finding your revolve half moon. Point the right toe into the ground. Hug the thighs towards another, and reaching the left arm up. If that is too much for your balancing, you need more height, come onto the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist more. Again, gazing up. Super hard. Down, much more accessible. Inhale here. Exhale, left fingertips down. Supported warrior 3 to take a nice breath, nice reset to the spine. Exhale, lower the right foot down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Bend your knee, set the hip down. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Samastiti. Now we've reached towards our pig pose. We're going to take one arm balance to practice and play it together. It's going to be Parsvabhakasana, a side curl. You need only 1 block for this, so try to put the other blocks a little bit further away so there is no hazard on your way. And your block kind of like on the top of the mat. Set it up and come exactly toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Take a breath in. And then finding your Utkatasana chair pose once again. Reaching the arms up, placing the hands to the heart, coming and sit low, and you're gonna twist over towards the right knee. Pick up the heels off the mat and slowly come sit low on top of the heels. Now start turning your toes towards the left side of the mat. Pressing the toes touch and heels high apart. Hook the right knee close as possible towards the left armpit. Ground your left hand down. Find your Hasta Bandha once again, a full-on grip. Your right hand could be a little bit slightly towards the top of the mat, or you can hook the right elbow underneath the right hip. That depends on your hip flexibility, if the elbow and the hip can touch. And also if you're beginner towards this arm balance, this is more accessible for you. Otherwise, just move the right hand a little bit further back and start finding your Chaturanga arms together once again. Scoop the belly in, start finding the hollow shape of the body. So puff the back of the shoulder, that's the strongest way, to your core. And then start leaning forward. Hug the elbows through one another. Lean down, pushing the ground away. Lift the heels high. That would be your side crawl. And then take a breath. You want to take it into the scissor leg. Push to the ground and scissor it up. And get through this. Knees back, sit back. Press the back of the wrist into the hand, massage it out. So just one option. If falling onto your face is something that is taking your fear to be away from the pose, you can place a block somewhere close, like an arm distance away from you. So when you're leaning back towards the ground, you can place the block underneath your cheeks and lean it down. So you're like more working towards a negative lifting from the pose. So you can hook the elbows in, hug the elbow, Chaturanga arms, cheek onto the block and start lifting the hips up. Just to feel the balance, to feel the pose. And then working on pushing the ground away, maybe finding the pose again. And place it back. The other side. Come towards the top of the mat. Put the block away. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hands to the side, reach. Hands to the heart. Sweep the floor, chair pose. Inhale. Pick up the heels, sit all the way down into the heels. You know where you're heading, right? Turn your toes towards the right side and start finding your foundation again. Just once again, remember 3 key actions. Hasta Bandha, finding the grip of your hand, leaning forward, and then once you fold it in, scoop the belly in and bring the heels to the butt. Hook the elbow, hands down. Good work, yogis. And release the knees down into the ground. And take your breath up. Inhale. Calm the mind with the breath. And exhale, let it go. So we did a lot of core and tightening and twisting. So it's nice to open up the upper shoulders and stretch the front abdomen. Grab one of your blocks and come and lie down onto your back. Touch the heels with your fingertips. Find your right measurement for your supported bridge pose. Bring the feet into the hip width apart. Ground through the feet once again and curl the hip up into the ceiling. So now grab your block and place your block, 3 options. Lowest part, so the flat part is going to be placed underneath the sacrum, the flat spine. The flat place on your lower back, or you can come towards the medium. Or if you're super bendy, you can go into the highest version. I prefer the medium a little more. So place it in underneath your sacrum, pressing through the feet, and start wiggling the upper shoulders one at a time, squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. Maybe you can find your fingertips and find a clasp. Press into your wrists, push down into your upper arms, and lift the chest high. And press the lower back into the block. Staying here for 3 more breaths. The more you're pressing your hands, your shoulders into the mat, the more space you're opening on top of the shoulders. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale, release. Remove the block to the side. Place your back down, lie down onto your spine. And from here you can take a Sukhasana meditation pose, or you can take a nice, juicy couple of minutes of Shavasana. Place your feet towards the corner of your mat, roll the shoulder blades down, place the palms facing up. Relax the back of the neck And find a complete stillness towards your last pose. Allow the body to enjoy all you practice so hard for. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. Allow the body to absorb the benefit of your hard work practice. And thanks for coming on, practicing with me today, and trusting this class. I hope you enjoy your twisted flow. Have a great day ahead, and namaste.